Well, hello everybody. My name is Josh Wright, and I am the equipment manager for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. But I manage the football team, and then I also manage part-time for the girls basketball team. And today's video is going to be about what is my favorite part about managing high school sports. And then talk about it. Like, if anybody's in middle school right now and is planning on doing high school sports or wanting to do anything that has to do with high school sports, we're just going to talk about that today. We're going to sit. I'm going to let you know if, in my opinion, if managing is worth it or not, and we're getting into this video. All right, so let's get into my favorite parts about being a sports manager. Now, going into high school, I kind of knew that my playing days were over. I wasn't as good as a player like I thought I was. My baseball all days, they were done. My basketball days, they're behind me now. Even though last year, my sophomore year, was probably one of my best seasons in a long time, I kind of felt like that. Yeah, my playing days are done. I knew I wasn't going to college to play basketball or any other sport. And so, but I still wanted to be part of the teams and stuff. And so I decided, hey, if I can't play, why don't I manage? And so originally, when I got into it, I went to a different high school my freshman year, and I got cut from my baseball team. He offered me, why am I stuttering so much? He offered me a job where I could manage the baseball team. Like, I could hit with the team, I could practice with the team a little bit. However, I wouldn't be able to play in any games. And at the time, my freshman year, I decided, no, that's stupid. I don't want to do it. But then, going into my sophomore year, I moved over to Maroa. And my thoughts about becoming a manager kind of changed. And my freshman year, I thought managing was stupid. And now going into my sophomore and junior year, managing is one of the best things that happened to me. So when I got into football, I knew I wasn't going to be a football manager. And going into it, I really enjoyed helping people out. And that's kind of one reason why I did it, to help people out. Help the teams out with get the equipment out and stuff. And it really helps me understand football a little bit more. That's one of my favorite things about being a manager, is that I understand the sports a little bit more. And yeah. Another reason why I really enjoyed managing was that I really enjoy developing young players. I've always enjoyed watching players develop, trying to see, which ones are going to pan out and go on and play college sports while others probably aren't. Like, others aren't really going to have athletics in their grown-up life. But seeing people grow and watching a lot of different kids improve and all that stuff, it's just really interesting in just watching that. And it's kind of like, all right, so I live in Illinois, and there's a lot of farmland where I'm from, specifically cornfields and bean fields. All right, so you're a farmer, and it's kind of like minor league baseball as well. So, like, okay, you're wanting to make sure, like, the corn, like the different corn crops do good. Those are kind of like the players that are going to do good, while the ones that aren't really going to do good, that aren't doing so well, they're kind of the ones that kind of rot. That's kind of what minor league baseball is like, and that's kind of like what watching a lot of different players development is like. Not saying that a lot of high school students are bad athletes or anything. I mean, after all, they're just the same age as me. But yeah, just watching a lot of different people develop and watching them, I'm trying to see, what what's in store for them in the future is just absolutely exciting to think about. Like, for example, we had a friend of mine who played for our baseball team. I was going to manage baseball as well, but that didn't really happen. But he ended up getting a commitment to go play college ball at ISU in a couple of years. We've had, and then for our football team, we've had a few people that got committed. We had a kid that or one of our linemen, he ended up getting committed to go play somewhere in Wisconsin. It wasn't for the Wisconsin Badgers. No, it was a different school in Wisconsin. Trying to think here. I think we had a kid, or our quarterback, he ended up getting committed to St. Ambrose, which is it's a school in Iowa. I kind of made a video on that, congratulating him. Excuse me. And then we had a few girls that got committed. We had one, she ended up getting committed to St. Louis. And that's pretty interesting because St. Louis, I believe they're in the top 25 in college basketball rankings. I'm not 100% sure. I don't really follow college basketball too much. But she got committed to go play at St. Louis next year. And then we also had a few more seniors. One that got committed to University of Kentucky. And then another one that got committed to go play at Parkland, which is community college here in Illinois. It's in the same city as where the University of Illinois is at. If you're not from Illinois, that's why I explained that. But yeah, just watching a lot of different players develop, and it's just really interesting to me. And again, I can't wait to see what these kids have in store for them, or what the future's got in store for a lot of these kids. So we talked about, I've enjoyed helping people out. I feel like I'm a very generous person. I've always enjoyed helping people, watching people grow, and then also being part of the community. Now, going to high school, my family have always told me, it's always important when you're going into high school. It's very important that you're very, I guess, loyal to your community, to your school. Trying to be part of your school in something, even if it's not sports. You can do theater, you can do different clubs, probably band, choir, whatever it is. Just try some way to be part of your school, and that's one way to enjoy high school. For me, I'm a manager, and then I'm also part of a group called the Principal Advisory Committee. It's basically like a thing where it's like a group of kids, a group of students. They have meetings with the principal, and they just talk about the ideas of what they have to improve their school, for example. So yeah, being part of your community and just being part of your school, that really helps you out, and that's another reason why I enjoy it so much, is that I get to be part of an awesome group of people. And just every Friday night, lots of people all coming in to watch us play. We'll watch them play. They don't watch me play. They watch me manage, but they're not really there for me. They're there for the players. There's obviously, and just being part of all that is just really enjoyable. Even though I'm on a small part of it, people will still have respect for me and all that stuff. But yeah, being part of being part of your schools, communities, and all that stuff, that's another reason why I enjoy it so much. So those are the three main reasons why I enjoy managing. That's my favorite parts about being a manager: being part of your school. Developing players, and then just always a big help. And then the main question that I get quite a bit is it worth it? Like, if you're going into middle school, and like the best advice I can give to you is that if you're going into high school and you feel like your playing days are up and you want to you ever thought about becoming a manager, do it. Being a manager, it's great. It's great work. It's great fun. Even though I know some people may think, oh, you're the manager, that's not cool, that's boring. Oh, being a manager, that's not cool at all. For me, it's interesting. For me, it's great. And maybe if you decide to ever become a sports manager yourself sometime, go ahead and do it. I think I have a friend that lives a YouTube friend of mine. He's in Missouri. I believe he was the manager for his football team, and their football team ended up winning state, which was a very big deal for him. If you're watching this, congrats to you, man. But yeah, if you're going into high school, and if you want to ever think about becoming a manager, do it. I'm not going to stop you. That's your decision. Do it. So yeah, guys, those are some of my favorite things about becoming a manager. That was a little bit of advice for you. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below. Any other questions you have about managing and all that stuff. Also let me know in the comments below. Would you guys like to see a different tour of like the different equipment that we use? Just a little bit of a tour of our field sometime. That would be pretty interesting to do sometime. Just let me know in the comments below if you're up to that. On the road to 300 subscribers, that's going to be pretty exciting. And we'll talk to you later.